It's the URT, you are the URT, big up the URT. The most entertaining game of the World Cup happened to be the most meaningless, most entertaining game in the World Cup. Big up to people, big up. Big up the people, then big up the people, then big up the people, then big up. Smash a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. We've got a lively show for you tonight, people. We've got a lively show tonight, lots to get through. What go on with Rashford? That we've got the exclusive waffle from Wilcox. Because you're going to get an exclusive because nobody's going to break it down like we broke it down on this channel. Big up to all you lot. Please smash the like, subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. We just witnessed the most entertaining game in the World Cup so far. Most entertaining game in the World Cup so far. England 6, France 4. So many goals, so many goals. Big up to everybody, man. What a game this is, but it's meaningless, absolutely meaningless. I'm sure nobody wanted to play the game. Everybody wanted to get out of here. I think England are going to get some stupid medal, 3rd bronze or whatever, some stupid medal now. But yeah, crazy. Entertaining ain't the word. Big up to every one of you, though. Yeah, it's been very interesting, people. It's been very, very interesting. Wilcox needs to get some players in and stop the waffle. United need 2 CDM, 2 centre backs, full-back, and a striker. Otherwise, back to top 10 Thursday night football. Wow. You said it, bro. You said it. Big up, people. Smash the likes as you come in. Smash the likes, people. What did Wilcox say? Oh, we're going to break it down for you. Don't worry. He waffled a lot. He's waffled a lot. We've got it all for you. Don't worry, pal. We've got you covered. We've got you covered, my friend. We've got you covered. We have you covered. No problemo. We've got you covered, my friend. We've got you covered, man. I'm going to try to send this to Ben, DJ Paul, if he's about. We've got a lot to talk about, people. We've got a lot to talk about. Yeah, the most meaningless game has tonight become the most entertaining game in the World Cup. 6-4, 10 goals. Can you imagine that? 10 murder she wrote goals. 10 goals. Yeah. We've got all of it coming up for you, people. We've got all of it coming up for you. All of it and more, people. All of it and more. We've got it coming up. We have you all. We have it coming up. Big up to all you lot. Please do smash the like on the video and subscribe to the channel. Official Code Minwolo is the only England outfield player who did not play a single minute in 2006 World Cup. Yeah, and he needs. Yeah, he needs to retire from England. Yeah. It's crazy, people, but we've got it coming up for you tonight, people. We have it coming up for you tonight. We're going to be talking about everything. Wilcox Waffle. What's happening with Rashford? Vini Jr. links. Manchester United, Wrexham, obviously. I'm telling people to calm. It's a pre-season game. But yeah, 1-0. We lost 1-0 today to Wrexham in the first game of friendly in Helsinki. I think that's in Finland, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah. But yeah, people, it's been a very interesting day of football. What's been happening with Manchester United? Some people are losing the plot. Because Manchester United drew. They lost a game, a pre-season game. We've seen pre-seasons where we've done amazingly well. And the season started, we get whacked. But couple of things did show today. I don't think, I don't think majority of the fans are falling out with Xerxes. I mean, not to have one shot on goal in the first half is worrying. The lack of creativity is worrying, and how Manchester United is all about Bruno, because that's what we've done. We've turned the team into a one player. One player, all creative stuff happens like a one player, which is a lot of bullshit. Absolute a lot of bullshit. Yeah, so it's a lot, people. It's a lot. It's an absolute lot what's happened. But yeah, it's a lot what's happened. In your signing, Calma, try to wind you up. Big up Leroy. Bruno doesn't play that team. You can't pour water into a cup, and let alone a bucket, unfortunately. Baka Barada, is that who hired Amarin? Ultimately, Amarin was sacked, poor results. No, he wasn't sacked because of poor results. People keep getting this wrong. I have to remind people, Amarin did not get sacked because of poor results. Amarin got sacked because he kicked off. He kicked off at Wilcox, kicked off at Barada, and he asked for a midfield signing. That's the reason why he got sacked. Yeah, so this is what we're doing, people. Santos was average and got bullied. I'm not impressed. Listen, you can't. It's a pre-season, people. You need to chill out. You need to absolutely chill out. It's a pre-season game, so you man needs to chill the hell out. You need to chill the hell out. Sack the bastard Susha. Where the fuck was that? Because he went negative, you know, that's the reason why he went negative. But yeah, people, this is what England are. This is who England are, people. This is who England are. This is what they are. Get Giddy FC. I mean, to me, the fact that he's staying until 2028 is shocking to me. It is shocking to me. England did not defend him today. They didn't have to defend today. They went for it. Total, they conceded goals, but they went for it. And they won 6-4, even having a bullshit, meaningless game. We've gotten used to Bruno hoop balls, only we don't know what to do when we have to hoop balls. Aside from that, carrot ball is terrible. Listen, it's the first preseason, man. Listen, there are things, yeah, you would think that we should create a little bit, because we had Zertsky, we had Mbemo, we had Mason Mount, we had Harry Maguire, Luke Shaw, Yoro. We had all these people. Amarin was sacked because of transfer, not results. The narrative pissed me off. Makes the ownership look competent when they 100%. They weren't competent at all. Bronze medal FC, because England made bronze medal FC. There we go. Here we go. Listen, I'm happy for Saka. Saka's got to back the hat trick. Yeah, 100%. We funded them a lot. We funded. Listen, we funded Villa as well. They signed that kid Mazambi for 60 million euros. Unbelievable. Yeah, unbelievable, people. Unbelievable. Maguire, Heaven, Euro, Shaw, they were very poor, bro. Yeah, I mean, it's a first preseason game, man. People can't go on board. The big thing is that you should be able to create, even though if you're having a kickabout with your mates, in it. That's the only thing. Manchester United didn't have too many shots on goal. Their goalkeeper didn't make any saves. But that's because the whole team cannot play without Bruno Fernandes. We've already said this. They can't attack without Bruno Fernandes. But it's the first game. The Championship starts earlier than the Premier League. Wrexham are already ahead of us in terms of fitness and aggression. They're going to be good. I think they're going to be the teams to come up next season, Wrexham. I'll be shocked if they don't. So I see signings. Roger signed for Chelsea now. I thought he was going to Arsenal. Has he signed for Chelsea? Crazy people, crazy. Crazy, crazy what's going on, people. But please smash the like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. 117 million they're paying. I can't see anything. Where's that news? I can't see it. I've been trying to stay away from socials, man. I've been out there in the sunshine today. Let me have a look. Oh, here we go. Chelsea break the British record for Rodgers. Yeah, breaking Rodgers to Chelsea. Here we go. Club agreement reached today. Wow. 117 million. So where's he going to play for them? Who they selling? That means they get, oh, okay, he's going to play where Enzo plays. So Enzo's getting sold. So Nicholas Jackson might go to Chelsea as well, to Villa. I thought he was going to Arsenal. Yeah, we always fund them. That's what it is. We always do what we do, man. Yeah, David Einstein Bumba, yeah. Yeah, Chelsea fan saying here. Yeah, I'll be shocked if they don't get top four. I mean, it's going to be very interesting to see how good of a coach he is in the Premier League, Xavi Alonso. But I expect Chelsea to have a really good season this season. I think he's there to replace Enzo Fernandez because Enzo Fernandez is going to go to Real Madrid. We didn't fall. We gave them. What are we doing here? We gave them 50 million. Yeah, we gave them money for what's his name as well for Mount. We've now given them 110 million in how many years? And to be fair, they gave us 40 million of that back. But we've given Chelsea 60 million, something like that, 65 million. These transfer fees are so ridiculous. I can't even take them seriously. Real Madrid are talking about 200 for Elise. It's just ridiculous, man. Well, you see how he played tonight? He missed 4 big chances, Elise. Big chances. Bilal, respectfully, you're waffling or smoking copium. To be fair, we didn't really fund Rodgers, but we gave them 50 million for a guy who was on their bench. By the way, what did you think of his performance today? What did you think of the first showing? By the way, what did you think? What did you think about his performance today? Let's have a look. Let's do a little post. Saeed said he was brilliant. What did you think? What did you think? Did you like? Did you like the Santos? Did you like the Santos performance? In the comments, people, I'm just saying, did you like the Santos performance today? Smash the likes. You can tell he wants to get on the ball. That's the biggest thing for me. He got on the ball. He was busy. He always wants the ball, and I like that. But yeah, he's definitely needs developing. There's no ways about it. But I think they think he's gonna play because they're saying he's the Casemiro replacement. He is the Casemiro. I'll be shocked if he's not. Honestly, the way today, the way the game was today. But people, get in there, man. Thoughts on Chelsea Rodgers? Yeah, I'm flabbergasted. I'm shocked. I didn't check the social media today. I was out there in the sunshine, man. I was out and about today. Had a busy day from morning, so I didn't see it. I was staying away from the socials. I'm quite shocked that they paid 117 million for him. Boy, oh boy, it makes the Elliot Anderson not so expensive, eh? When Rodgers is getting bought for 117 million, that's a lot of flipping money, man. No, then Real Madrid are no longer interested in Enzo. Enzo will play next to Casado in deep lying playmaker role or Rodgers. Palmer and 210s in a 3-4-2-1 behind João Pedro. That's going to be crazy. Yeah, get involved in the vote. What did you think of Santos today? Big up to Saeed for the raid, for the raid. Big up to Saeed for the raid. Big up to Saeed for the raid. Listen, what did you think? Saeed think that he had a good game today. To be fair, he was always on the ball in midfield, and sometimes he was picking the ball up from the back line. But I think people need to calm down. It's only one preseason game, but there are a couple of concerning things, like Manchester United not having a shot. The week in front of 2 weeks. They're 2 weeks ahead of us in terms of fitness in the game. They've already had a game, Wrexham, but it's still Championship. United should be able to have a shot. They should be able to have a shot on goal. So, yeah. Pick up everybody, please. Let's get to 200 likes. 200 of you are here. If any of you just like the video, just like the video. It costs you absolutely nothing and get in the vote. What did we think of the overall? I thought the second half, obviously, the young kids who play together as well. That's who play together, innit? The young kids. Obviously, we've got so many players at the World Cup. So many players at the World Cup. It looks crazy at this moment in time. But yeah, England have got the bronze in the World Cup. Like, who gives a damn like this is the Olympics? England have got the bronze. They're just lining up now, getting the bronze. Man like Medawake. No shots on goal, yeah. In the first half, that first 45 minutes, because obviously, I thought the second half, I really enjoyed that because the young lads came on and they did really well. Dan Gore, I thought, was brilliant. But it's always brilliant, and I don't know what they're going to do with him, Dan Gore. But I like Dan Gore. I think he should get an opportunity at United. People, if every one of you likes the video right now, absolutely right now, it'd be great. It'd be an amazing. I won't have to ask you about it till the rest of the show. But yeah, we're going to be breaking down the Wilcox Waffle. Please get involved in the vote, though. Let me just have a look. 53, 50. To be fair, it's like 47% of you saying you didn't really enjoy the Santos performance. I thought he was really competent. I thought he picked up the ball. He played with both feet. I thought he passed it through. He connected a bit of it. I thought he did well. He did well, but he is somebody who needs development. But I believe he is the Casemiro replacement. I'm not going to lie to you. United need to act. It looks like Arsenal, Man City, Chelsea, Spurs will be serious teams next season. You can't rule out Emery or Villa, as well as Glasner or Forest. It's tasty as well. Yeah, it's going to be very interesting on you. But let's get into it, people. You've come here because I need to analyze what the waffle was from man like Wilcox. So let's go into it. Wilcox is speaking. You would think that he would speak before the world, after the transfer window's done. But this is what Wilcox had to say. Wilcox here. Last season, I wrote about the sense of responsibility. Maybe should I get it up so that you can all have a look at it? Let me get it up. Let me share it with you guys because we need to go through it, people, because I need to call out the bullshit. Nobody's doing it. Nobody else on YouTube is going to do it. It's going to go by line and call out the bullshit. Because a lot of people just like to think good things of their football club, but this is a fraud. It's not. It's just, these guys are not running a football club. They're fraudsters, and I need to call out the bullshit. Wilcox, Weetabix. That'll be the next thing. But let me just get into it, people. There we go. This is what is written. So I'll read this first. Yeah. This is a message from Wilcox. Last season, I wrote about the sense of responsibility to help get this great club back to the top. Okay. A year on, we can be proud of the progress we've made towards our ultimate goals. We have taken great strides forward and can be confident that we will have the right structure and processes in place to achieve regular, sustained success in the future. Right. A year on, we can be proud of the progress we made towards our ultimate goals. You didn't sack Amarim because of the results. You sacked him because he questioned you and that potato at Barada about signings that he needed. He wanted signings in January. He wanted to sign a midfielder in January, and you guys said no. That's why then he threw his dummy out the pram. So that's a lie. That is an absolute lie. You stumbled on Michael Carrick. Michael Carrick was anywhere in your thinking or the ideas. So give it a fucking rest about we've taken great strides. What fucking strides? Michael Carrick has done an excellent job through early and earned the opportunity to continue as head coach of our men's team. The results speak for themselves, with United picking up the highest point tally in the Premier League since he returned to the club. Everyone is delighted what Michael's leadership and total alignment with our club's values. You mean, we basically there in this paragraph, he's basically saying Michael Carrick is a puppet and he'll just do what he's told. He won't question anything. That's all this is, literally. But by the words aligned, because this is double speak, people. He's speaking both sides of his mouth. So he said, Michael leadership and total alignment with the club's values. That means he needs to keep his head down. Me and Potato Wilcox and Jim the Rat Racist and the Glazers will decide what happens. He will have no say in the matter. So that's what he's saying. That's what he's saying. So let's go into this. The next paragraph. Yeah. This is the second paragraph. The third paragraph, sorry. The hard work continues behind the scenes to prepare the first team squad for next season. We can all be proud of the winning culture that's developing at Carrington as we continue to build a talented and determined group of players ready to compete in all 4 competitions. I'll have to see that still. We've only signed 2 players. We Manchester United need 8 players. 8 fucking players. We've signed 2. We've signed 2, you absolute Weetabix. You absolute donut. We need 8 to compete in all 4 competitions, and we only signed 2. So that's a waffle right there. Winning culture. Was it a winning culture when we finished 15th under your fucking watch, you prick? Was it winning culture then? We are also making great progress with the academy. There's so much fantastic work going on with our young age groups, which will ultimately build a foundation for future success. This is the other paragraph where they get you to look forward. So Manchester United, it's not about here and now. It's about almost next year. It's always about the future. They want to get you in that because they haven't got anything of substance right now to give you. So they're always telling you about the future. Yeah? So here we go. It continues with this. From the under-18s to the under-20s perspective, achieving first team debut and reaching finals for several national competitions, including FA Youth Cup, made for a campaign that our academy staff should be proud of. Yeah, well, we got whacked by Man City. Yeah, big up to the youngsters who made it to that, but we got whacked. You can sense the anticipation across the club for other exciting season ahead. I hope that we're all looking forward to the return of European night for our men's team at Old Trafford. Listen, yeah, European night in terms of the Champions League. Manchester United in the last 14 years have been in 3 Europa League finals. We've been in more Europa League finals than we've ever been in the Champions League. So give that a fucking rest. Luke Shaw needs to be replaced. To me, Harry Maguire should be replaced. The lit needs to be replaced. We need 2 more midfielders. We need two centre-halves. We need 2 full-backs. We need a left winger and a striker. That's 8 players we need. That's how many players? So 6 more players we need. So give it a rest. 8 players that we need in this squad. There's where he waffles even more. On behalf of everyone at the club, I'm grateful for the opportunity to directly thank you for your unwavering support. Fuck off! You think I'm supporting you? Majority of United fans don't support you. Unwavering. Where do you get this? What wavering? The importance which certainly does not go unnoticed and appreciated. Who the fuck is he talking about? I have, other than a couple of bootlickers here and there, a couple of Weetabix eaters here and there. No, I don't know that he's got unwavering support. Where the fuck does that come from? Unwavering. We're going to do that as the poll next. Just Weetabix, Potato Head Barada, Jim the Racer's Rat. Do they have your unwavering support? You guys will have to let me know. We remain highly ambitious and our burning desire to every Manchester United team to compete for the biggest honours to continue to rise. So what the fuck are you talking about? We're nowhere near competing. We've not been anywhere near. You're going to be here in December. You're going to be 3 years that you're going to be here. 3 years will be December since you've been here. 3 fucking years, you dickhead, in December. So what are we doing here? What the hell are we doing here? This absolute muppet. Unwavering support. Have you heard him? Ambitious. Unwavering support. What is he waffling about? It's unbelievable what what he's talking about here. It's absolutely unbelievable here. The waffle on this is unbelievable. Let me just get back to the Santos. Let me just see where we are with the poll. And let me see how many likes. Have we even reached 100 likes yet? Have we done 100 likes yet? Have we done 150 likes yet? Please tell me we've not even... honestly, you guys are taking the piss if we're not even 100 likes. Yeah. Oh my fucking God. We're not even at 50 likes. We've been live now for how long? We've been live for how long? There's 255 of you, and we're not even on 50 likes. There are more people who took part in the poll that have voted. It's unbelievable, people. 63% of you have enjoyed Santos. I'm going to end this poll here because I need to know if Wilcox, if Ineos have unwavering support. That's what I want to ask. Do Ineos and Glazers have your unwavering, and it's unwavering, you know, like I said, unwavering support. It's unbelievable, you know. My guy said unwavering. Seriously, people. Do Ineos and Glazers have your unwavering support? I just want to know. I just want to know. Smash the likes, people. Let's get to 150 likes ASAP. I want to know, people. I want to know. By the way, we're far away from 15.2K. 15.2K. So if 4 of you subscribe to the channel, we've reached the limit. So please subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. That's the poll I would really want to hear, you guys. The other poll, 67% of you said that you enjoyed watching. You know what? Did you like this? Did you enjoy the performance? Yeah, you enjoyed the performance. But Wilcox, this guy here is unbelievable, people. Absolutely unbelievable. My guy is absolutely unbelievable. I like to think wave them exactly. Unwavering support. It's unbelievable. But yeah, people, please keep voting. Also, the other topic that I really wanted to talk to you guys about, which is huge, is it's the Marcus Rashford. He played well tonight, actually, for England, Marcus Rashford. England missed him when he went off in the second half, to be fair. Yeah. They really missed him. Really missed him in the second half. He gives such a great outlet. And if Tuchel would have brought him on in that second half, half an hour to go, I think Rashford would have had a say against Argentina. I really think that he would have had a say against Argentina. So yeah, get voting, people. You got the opportunity, and I'm really 94% are saying nah. 6% of you are saying yes. Are you supporters of other clubs or are you Manchester United fans? The 6 of you, people who voted, please get in the comments. Let me know. People, don't have a go at them. Big up Windy. I hope you're well, Queen. We saw the price for Rodgers. My first thought was this money laundering, 100%. Something's going on. Honestly, Windy, you need to look up the people who own. They're based in New York Stock Exchange, the billionaires who own Chelsea. They're doing some sort of thing. They're doing some sort of crazy thing. Big up Rants for the raid. Rashford time, but people, let's like the videos. It costs you absolutely nothing. We absolutely need 200 likes ASAP. So we just looked at the Wilcox thing, and now we're going to bring up the Rashford thing. Rashford. Because I really want to understand. I want to break it down for you lot. What's happening with Rashford? I want to break it down for you guys. Because what's happening is that Rashford and Manchester United are playing a game. Well, the Muppets at what do you call it? The Muppets at Ineos are basically, this is it. So this is what I'm thinking. This is what they're saying. So let me just quickly show you. This is what they show you, right? Let me show you quickly. Let me show you. So this is what basically is being briefed by the football club. And I'm going to break it down for some of you, because some of you might not know what this is. So it says here, Manchester United expect Rashford to return for pre-season. Michael Carrick is keen on working with him. And then there's another tweet, and it basically says that he will have to make a decision whether he stays or not. He'll have to have a look at him. He will have to have a look at him in training. So yeah, it's crazy for me. It's absolutely crazy what's going on with Rashford. So let me break it down for you, lot. So basically, this is what it is. You know, last season when they got them all, the group, what they called them? What were they called when they all they gave them some weird name? How much money did they get? The most they got the money for was for who? The most amount of money they got was for Garnacho. Whatever the group that they were, the bomb squad. I mean, this is embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing. Big up the bomb squad. Big up Rants for the raid, by the way. The bomb squad, yeah? And the only amount of money they got for any of those players was for what? Was 40 million from Chelsea for Garnacho. So there's 700 of you here now, people. Please, 300 of you like the video, and you won't hear me say anything at all after 300 of you like the video. There's 700 of you. Less than half of you just like the video. And I won't hear from you, but I'm going to break it down for you now. I'm going to break it down for you because nobody's breaking it down on YouTube like I'm going to break it down for you. So that what they did with the bomb squad was the most stupidest thing ever. And let me remind you something, guys. Before Sanchez, the week that Sanchez left Manchester United and Romelu Lukaku left, and I think it was Damian also left, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was saying, no, there are players, I've got plans for them. This is in the pre-season. This is before the season started. He was like, oh yeah, these players I've got plans for them. Do you know why? Do you know why every football club says that? Every football club does not go, we need them out, the bomb squad. Because what happens when you do that? You've outcasted your own players. What do those players lose? Value. They lose value because other teams who want those players are not going to be taking you seriously in the negotiations because you've said, get them out of here. You've already kicked them to the curb. And how are you going to sit down and negotiate transfer deals about these players with the clubs when you've already called them the bomb squad? It's embarrassing. So this is what's happening with Marcus Rashford. They've told Marcus Rashford, obviously Barcelona have literally stabbed him in the back. They bought 2 wingers. Obviously, one of the reasons why they've done that is because at critical moments, they're getting injuries to wide areas. I mean, he was injured for Brazil. What's his name? Rafinha. Lamine Yamal got injured during the season as well. So they need cover and they need people who can press, and players who are going to be Rimini and Rodgers are both begging to play for Barcelona. So they're going to do everything. They're going to run. They're going to basically sweat blood and tears for that football club. Trust me, they're not going to walk around for the opportunity to play. So Manchester United and Rashford have had a conversation. They both said we need to signal to get you a move away because Rashford doesn't want to come back to Manchester United. And truly, Manchester United do not want Rashford to come back to Manchester United. I'm telling you this. Even if United want Rashford back, Rashford does not want to come back to Manchester United. Barcelona have stabbed him in the back because Barcelona have tried to basically renegotiate the deal for what it was, how much it's supposed to pay. That time is gone now, right? That time is gone now. And the time that Manchester United have set for him to be bought for 40 million, that time is also gone by now. So basically, they've spoke to Rashford and they've said, we both need to brief that you're going to come back. You're coming back for pre-season and there's a chance for you to play. All of that is done so that Manchester United can get some money for Marcus Rashford. And Marcus Rashford has agreed to that. And Marcus Rashford has agreed to that. Trust me, ain't nobody else going to break that down for you, those bits for you. Marcus Rashford, there's been a communication with Marcus Rashford representatives and Manchester United, and they realized the dumbos from last season calling him bum squad or calling him a bum or whatever, saying that he's not going to come back and badmouthing him or briefing against him. That's not going to get Manchester United any money. That's not going to get a broken billionaires any money of a transfer for Marcus Rashford. So Marcus Rashford is not going to come back to Manchester United. He is not going to put his wages down and be paid 200 instead of 350 grand. He's not going to do that. He might do that at another football club. They might renegotiate his contract. But Manchester United, what they're doing is that they want money from money. They want money from Marcus Rashford. That's why he was linked with the Turkish league. In Turkey, to be fair, they can give him that money. They can give him out 350 grand a week. But Rashford came out straight away and was like, I'm not going to Turkey. He came out and said straight away, I'm not going to Turkey. So that is to refresh from a lot of people. The reason why Marcus Rashford is angling to come back, all of it is pretense. All of it is keeping cards close to your chest because they know the bum squad bullshit didn't work. We signed Anthony. Ten Hag and Manchester United, the Glazers signed Anthony for 80-something million. We sold him to Is he still on loan, or have we sold him, Anthony, for something like 15 million euros? They Betty said they were going to pay 15 million euros. Unana had to loan him out again. So they don't want a Rashford to be loaned out again. And Rashford has been sick of being loaned out again because the other teams, I think Milan wanted him, Juventus are also linked with him, Bayern Munich. They're not willing to pay that amount of money. Yeah, big up, man. Yeah, we're here, man. We're here. If you know, you know. Always, bro. Always, man. Free Palestine every minute of every second of every day, and Congo and Sudan and Lebanon and everywhere from the PDF files from the Epstein class. Free the world from the Epstein class. Free the world from the Epstein class. That's including Jay-Z as well, if you know, you know. But so that is the reason why that is what's happening with Marcus Rashford. The club want transfer money for him, and he wants to get away from United. But both of them are pretending like he's going to come back to Manchester United. That's what's happening. That is what is happening. That is what is happening. It's simple as that. And don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Because I'll be shocked if Marcus Rashford wants to come back to Manchester United. And if Manchester United are willing to give him 350 grand a week on the bench. Marcus Rashford is... Somebody tell you this, yeah? Marcus Rashford is going to come back to United 350 grand a week and sit on the bench. They want you to believe that. They want you to believe that. They want you to believe that. Marcus Rashford is gonna get sold. He's going to get sold. Have we even reached 100 likes yet? Have we even reached 100 likes yet? Let me have a look, people. Let me have a look. Have we even reached 100 likes yet? Oh, right. Let's get to 200 likes, people. I would really love 300 likes, but let's get to 100 likes. So we've said here, do you Ineos and Glazers have your unwavering support? 33% of you have said yes. 73% of you have said no. 33% of you have said yes, they have your support, which I am absolutely dumbfounded by. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm absolutely dumbfounded. I am dumbfounded by that. I am dumbfounded by that. I'm absolutely shocked by that. But it's a free world. Yeah, big up to Andy Burnham. But you know what? He should also drop. Apparently, we're not getting digital ID bullshit. And he should also drop this, what they call the cameras they're using, facial recognitions. Yeah, facial recognition BS needs to be scrapped as well. So people keep voting because I'm going to put that. Do you think Rashford is going to come and sit on the bench at Manchester United 350 a week? 100%, bro. 100%. Rashford must stay. And free Yemen as well. Yeah, of course, my Yemeni people. 100%. Free all the oppressed. 100%. 100%. Free everybody, man. Free everybody. Yeah, but big up to you, bro. Listen, did you watch the game today? What do you think? Listen, Tammy, do you want to come on? Do you have a camera? Do you have a microphone? Do you want to come on the show? I can send you the link. I can just drop the link on here. Do you want to jump on? Let me know. No problem if not. Nurin, Rashford bent for Barca. Had 28 goals. It's more than Cunha and Belmont. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, he scored 13 goals in our competition. I think he had 14 assists or something like that, or 12 assists. I think Vini is leaving for Saudi. And if that is announced, you will see another loan move to Barcelona. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's what they're working on, but they're making it now. Yeah, Spence. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't buy people of World Cup, though, Tamu. I'm not going to lie to you. I would not buy him. If they watch Spence and they've seen what he plays like, then should go and get him. You shouldn't buy players of a World Cup form. Trust me. Remember, Barcelona want Rashford to run down his contract at United. Yeah, 100%. Nuruddin, I can't lie. Carrick won't be able to coach this team this year. I just want to remind you that you called it first. Well, it's gonna be very interesting, bro. All will be revealed very soon, bro. All of it will be revealed. But Ineos and the Glazers have signed 2 players, and Manchester United needed 6, at least 7 this season. United won't let Ron's contract here. They won't let him run his contract down. Yeah, I don't think he is, Monty. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't think Marcus Rashford is a bad apple. I think that's just media briefings. I really don't think Marcus Rashford is a problem. But it was done, deal, dusted. When they came out and they said that they were looking for offers for him, that's when he came out and he made that statement. So yeah, it is what it is. Big up to man like Loani. Big up Loani. How you doing, bro?
How you doing?
Yeah, we're live, man. We're live. How you been, man? You working, chilling today? It's a Saturday.
Yep, chilling at home today. Good evening to me. I hope you guys enjoyed the third place game.
Yeah, what a game that was, eh? What's it?
Yep.
Four, like 3 of them 1-on-1s. I don't know what he didn't have his shooting boots on today, at least. No,
Yeah.
really, but England show that they can attack and play actually without defending like dogs. No, really, bigger when people learn, they will never be serious until the roaches leave. Some groups of this fan base need to be held accountable for the mess for voting for Jim Barada Wilcox. I mean, that's how it is, bro. Innit? We're not, listen, people are free to do what they want. I'm not here to police anybody. And people can do what they want, man. I will just always speak my truth about how I feel about the football club and how I feel about those people. I will always speak that truth. People, we're not even 200 likes yet, and there is still like nearly 600 of you in here. So the least you could do is like the video. So yeah, Luwani, I was just. What did you think of the game, by the way? Did you enjoy the game? 10 goals.
Yes, I did. People will be like, yeah, because there was no really outcome to it. There was nothing to win. So the players.
The bronze medal was on it, Luwani. What are you talking about? The big golden bronze medal.
Yeah, but you hear some people be like, yeah, this game didn't matter to France. So maybe France was barely trying in the first half and then it mattered to England more and blah, blah, blah. The reality is that we got a good game of football. You know, we have a chance to see what England can do when England attack with pace. And then we also have a chance to see what the French firepower is up front when they get released. To sum up everything, I'll say, is probably what football shows us without the restriction of the tactics and the pressure. When you take the manager's restriction out of it, and then you take the pressure of achieving the results out of it, and this is why you're supposed to get just the free expression of every player on the pitch. Some people will be like, yeah, where is the defense? Because we got a 6-4 score. But the reality is that you gotta let defenders defend and attackers attack, and if you end up being a cricket score, it's good for let's just enjoy the game like that. I've seen a lot of fantastic defensive play from Upamecano today. Frankly, his stock is up there. The guy is a fantastic defender. While we want to see the 1v1, the way he was winning his duel, recovery pace and everything. You know, you can be a defender, somebody who like defense and also like what you saw today from the 1v1. So good game for everybody.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was goals, but just the misses from France, because they were like 4-2 and they missed like 5 open chances. It was crazy.
Crazy
the amount of misses they missed. Yeah. There's still over 500 of you in here, people, and we're not even got 200 likes. Please like the video. So then I'm also talking about, I saved you the thing, but I talked about Wilcox Waffle. I don't know if you saw the statement from Wilcox. I don't know if you saw that.
No, I did not see. No, I did not see.
You'll have to have a look at it. I've gone through that. I've just been talking about Rashford. I'm saying that Rashford does not want to come back to Manchester United. And I'm trying to explain to them how stupid the fucking club was last season when they made the bomb squad because they couldn't get any money. The only player they got some money for was Garnacho. That's the only player they got money for. I was trying to explain to them, you never want to before you sell the player, you're going to be saying, guess what? The player is this, the player is that. You're going to be saying, oh, he's vital. He is at the forefront of everything we're going to do. He's going to play key position this season. We're looking forward to getting back together. That's what people say. They don't put people in a bomb squad and that. Because until the player signs, when you're negotiating, when teams are negotiating in the background, they still go, oh, the player is not leaving. He's not going anywhere. You know what I mean? I tried to explain to them, before Sanchez and Lukaku both went to Inter Milan, and I think it might have been Darmian as well. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was saying, no, they're our players. I've got big plans for them. You know what I mean? And then 2 days later, they were gone. So that's how clubs do, because you have to play that game. So that you've got on negotiation, you've got some cards. You know what I mean? You've got cards to play with in a negotiation. So Rashford is not coming back. And I was also trying to explain to them, Luani, that Rashford is not coming to sit on no bench at 350 grand a week. No football club is doing that. People need to get that over done with. I mean, some people are saying that Rafinha might go to Saudi because he's getting injury prone. They bought, obviously, Onameni, and then they bought, is it Olowaini? Somebody please correct me. The kid from Dortmund. And then they bought Anthony Gordon, who are both
Adeyemi.
Yeah, Adeyemi, yeah. And Gordon. So they're both going to be there. They're going to both sweat blood and tears. But if Rafinha goes to Saudi, then Rashford will stay. They want another loan for Rashford.
I think for the case of Rashford.
Like that team, was it Basiskas who negotiate another loan for Onana?
You think the case of Rashford is big complicated, and I won't try to put everything on this board because I think his contract was renewed prior to this board taking over, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, correct me if I'm wrong, but this board is not the one that put him on a 300k, and this is the case where we put him in a golden cage where we over-evaluated his talent because he have a pretty good patch around those time where I think his contract was renegotiated, and we put him on so much money. And I guess when Amorim came in, him himself, when you put a player like that on so much money because you build this narrative around him that he's homegrown, his talent is over-evaluated, and you make him Mr. Manchester United, you put yourself in trouble where it came to an instant where the performance cannot match the wage you put him on. And then for the player himself, he grew such a big ego being on that wage. He thought hey, you have to carry the mantra of being one of the most expensive players on United, on the payroll, and he couldn't produce to match it. I don't think he could. He was able to sustain that pressure, and his style of play didn't make it easier anyway. Because Rashford being a winger / whatever we try to turn him into, he's not a passer first, and he doesn't really, apart from his pace, he doesn't really have that intricate play or that intelligence to make it not about him when he's playing up front. We all talk about the great players like the Messi, but we see what the Messis do. It's never about them. They take the least touch possible. But Rashford is not that kind of player. So with that pressure on top of him, and he could not being able to back that wage up, it's clear that Amorim will never take that anyway. Because before you can speak to a coach, you can talk to a coach, no matter how we rate the coach or not, you have to be able to bring something to the table at least. So with that disaccord that happened with Amorim, we have to let him go. And that's when it become a difficult enterprise. Imagine this board that came in trying to get rid of a lot of players at the same time, and all those players are on crazy wages. At least they are on wages that does not match their talent. So now it become a very, very difficult to press. We're talking about getting rid of Anthony. We're talking about getting rid of Garnacho. So this Rashford thing is gonna come. He's gonna come back and haunt us for a while. So I think we need to be a bit patient with this board, no matter how this play out. If he wants to come back, his playing time, there's nothing we can do about that. He's on contract. So if we are too much in a money saving mode right now to cut him down, right, to cut his contract down, right, and if he could be useful to the squad because we have so much game next week, it's just a problem we just put on Carrick's lap and let Carrick deal with it. After all, man management is his forte. So
Yeah, I mean, for me, the biggest thing was that Ineos came in and they wanted to get rid of Casemiro. They wanted to get rid of Rashford because of the wages that they were on. But the way they did it, when going behind his back and briefing it to the media that they're going to listen to offers for him, that's when he came in and did the interview. People need to follow the fucking timeline. I don't think Rashford was a problem. As Rashford got disillusioned at Manchester United, 100%. He got disillusioned with the football club. And we could see sometimes he was walking around the football pitch. And he needed to leave. And I don't think he wants to come back. People, I asked the question, do Ineos and Glazers have your unwavering support? 72% of you said no. 28% of you have said yes. We're going to do now, because I'm going to ask you.
yeah, question. But no, then you said disillusion with the football club. I'm not going to defend a player that's on 300 grand and walking around. You didn't earn the right to walk around. You're on salary. You're making a lot of money. Don't walk around. There's other ways of expressing your discontentment, but not on the pitch. You're disrespecting your teammates.
That's fair. That's fair. That's a fair point. That's a fair point. That's a fair point. What's the question? Do you think Rashford, this is the thing, Rashford is coming back to sit on a bench on 350 grand? Because the latest news is that Michael Carrick has said he'll have a look at Rashford in training, whether he's going to stay or not. Do you think Rashford will come back and sit on the bench? Sit on the bench.
Let's be honest, no. At this point, I don't think the board have too much choice. If you cut him, you lose money anyway. If you have him there,
K a week.
Yes, you're paying 300K a week, but you have to find a way to make this 300K a week worth it without being a headache to Michael Carrick. So it's a decision that Michael Carrick have to make. He has the leverage because he just signed as a permanent manager. If he goes to the board now and say, this guy is a troublemaker, I need you guys to get him out on loan, I believe they will oblige. But I don't think Michael Carrick will do that. I don't know what relationship there is between him and Rashford, but both of them probably knew each other from being at the club for a while. And I think Rashford was there the first time when Carrick have that stint, that 2-week interim manager team. Rashford was there. Whether Carrick rates him or not, they will have to find a common ground that work for both. And the dynamic also is different because now there are more quality players. So in that sense, I don't think, even though he's coming from Barcelona, I don't think he can come and use that as a flex because he's coming into a different team. We can argue that Cunha is better than him. We can argue that, I don't know, there are quality players in the team. So he doesn't have that leverage. We'll see anyway.
Yeah, I doubt it if he's coming back. By the way, just to say, do you know that Chelsea have signed Morgan Rogers for 118 million? It's crazy.
Chelsea is just weird because
they're doing some sort of money laundering, man. I don't care.
It's weird because I'm surprised because I'm not too sure if he's an Alonso player. That's why I'm shocked.
He's going to be a number 10. He's going to be a number 10 because they're going to play three.
Does Alonso even play with a number 10?
Yeah. He's going to play with 2 number 10s. He's going to play with 2 number 10s. So they're gonna.
I thought he played with 2 number 8 because I don't remember how the goal.
No, he's gonna.
A lot of games when he was coaching.
I'll tell you what's gonna happen. He's gonna play Casado and Enzo Fernandez, and then two in front of them, who are Rogers and Palmer. And they're both gonna do the same celebration. You know that celebration
Yeah.
is from Rogers. It's Rogers who did that first.
I just found that a weird signing because Alonso is very tactically heavy as a manager, and Rogers doesn't strike me as as a how do you call those players? Those tactical player, those manager players, the one you insert in the tactic. Rogers strike me more like a freestyle footballer, the one that like to pop a little bit everywhere on the pitch. So with somebody that's as tactically rigid as Alonso, from what I know, I'm not too sure. You see what happened when he was at Real? The main reason he couldn't succeed there is because at Real, everybody does their own thing when they get the ball. Everybody try to, So I'm not too sure how Sani and Rogers work for him. But hey, he's just one signing. I guess he have an idea. He has a plan. Unless, of course, the Chelsea board is kind of in an overriding position and they just shoving this one on him. I'll doubt that though, because from what we've been hearing, he has control of everything. So we'll see. It could be another circus over there.
Yeah. Yeah. So there was an article today. Somebody sent it to me, a screenshot, sorry, because I don't click on the Manchester Evening News anymore. Manchester Evening News used to be a decent paper maybe 20 odd years ago in terms of Manchester United news. Now they just waffle a lot, and it's an advertising page. It's a racist fucking media organization that chats shit about black and brown people and Muslim people in the city. They're fucking horrendous. So I don't fucking ever give them the satisfaction of ever clicking on them. But somebody sent me something crucial. So basically, they're talking about the third. Manchester United have planned to sign 3 million. So they're talking about the third signing. And they're basically what they're saying is the third signing is not going to be somebody that you're going to spend the money of significance in terms of like, it will be the same amount of money as Santos and Tillemans. It won't be 70, 80 million pound player coming in. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I think there's validity to it when we look at the track record we've seen from them so far. It looks like they're watching their own pockets. So, I mean, I won't say that I don't mind. At this point, I'm only interested in profile. So, if they have a third signing, and as long as that third signing feel the profile of keeping the midfield balance, because we seem to be having now way too many passers and less of ball carriers in it. As long as they sign somebody that's a ball carrier. If it's a short signing, that's fine. Just
so let's rule out the people then. So it's not going to be Camavinga because Real Madrid won over nearly 80 million. It's not going to be Alex Scott because Bournemouth won nearly 70 to 80 million. It's not going to be Belieber because they still want like 80, 90 million, 100 million. Still Brighton. It's not going to be Nemetcha because they want 100 something million Dortmund. Who else have we linked with? It's either going to be Sanderberg or Kone. And I don't think it's Sanderberg because they don't want to sign two 28-year-old players.
I'm not sure it's going to be Kone neither. I'm not sure because these Italian people from Roma, when they're doing business transaction, they behave more like mafia bosses or something. I think, if anything, it's probably gonna come from France. For some reason, when the British pound get converted into euro, French people are always eager to take, some not a little amount of money, but they'll take whatever. You can go to France with 30 million and find a good midfielder, especially with that the Ligue 1 that's very physical. They have plenty of ball carriers that come from the continent on it. I'm not too sure what's going on with Sangari or did he? Why did he? He kind of went quiet there. But I'm pretty sure we can find a
I don't
nice
think.
ball carrier, physical in
Yeah,
France.
we're not
So
gonna get
pay
Sangare.
30, 40 million for that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. In terms of like, yeah, it's
But
yeah.
no, then do we have to at least this time give them credit for disguising the transfers that they're doing? Because
No,
we have a lot of link coming out, but the players that
no,
they're signing are
no.
literally coming out of left field. Nobody sees
Yeah,
those signing
yeah.
coming.
I would give them some credit if they didn't breathe the bullshit 11 months going after Elliot Anderson, negotiating. I said it. I came here and I told you my friend saw Fernandez is wasting time. So they wasted time on Anderson. They wasted even further more time on Mateus Fernandez. Then they wasted all of our time on Kone, even though these things about his meniscus was known to the club, was known to them way before they even agreed a deal with Atlanta. So they wasted time. How many players did we say for this season for Manchester United maybe to sustain third position or finish in a top 4 or 5? How many players did we agree with at the end of last season? How many players did we say Manchester United should sign? How many players did we say? How many players the squad needs?
We say 7, I think,
Okay,
minimum.
there you go. Okay, so they've signed 2. So they wasted time with Elliot Anderson bullshit. They wasted more time on the Mateus Fernandez bullshit. Then they sold us some bullshit dream about Chouameni. And then today, when I wake up this morning, I get a couple of texts. Today, I was like, I'm not going to look on social media. So I didn't even know about the Rodgers deal, yeah? I was like, I'm having a free social media day. And I get a text saying, have you seen the links to Vinicius?
Okay, so from your
Vinicius
perspective,
Junior.
what I want to understand is you saying that the board should not brief us on players
No,
that
they
they don't
shouldn't.
intend to sign.
No. That's
They should
bullshit.
stop
That's
lying
bullshit.
to us, basically.
Yeah, they 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 went after Elliot Anderson and they don't know how to fucking negotiate. They don't know shit. They just go after. They briefed. So they briefed Ornstein. They briefed the Athletic Boys. They briefed the Evening News. They briefed anybody who was listening. They briefed Elliot Anderson as our number 1 target. Elliot Anderson is our number 1 target. Elliot Anderson is our number 1 target. Without even going and giving a call to Nottingham Forest to understand what type it might cost. If the player was interested to come to Old Trafford. None of that. Absolute bullshit. Then they spent, let me finish. Then they spent long time without talking to fucking West Ham. My friend in Manchester saw Mateus Fernandez and his agent in Manchester. Well, the season is not finished still. I was talking about it before they were safe. Before they had a couple of games where they could have gone down and they had to win a couple of games. So he was here in Manchester with his agent. So what are we doing here? Without really speaking to West Ham and finding out, engaging how much they're going to cost. I mean, what the fuck do you call that, Luani? Please don't tell me you're going to do some mental gymnastics now and try to defend that bullshit. Wasted time. You wasted fucking time. You wasted. And we know they wasted time because of how quickly they moved.
Okay, well, first of all, like when you were talking, you say they don't know how to negotiate, but you say that as a statement of fact, right? But the truth is that we don't really know what's going in the behind closed door, and I just
No,
like
I'm
to look
saying that.
at
I'm
it.
saying that. I'm saying that one of the negotiation tactics. Let me explain to you. Is that if I want to buy if you're a football club and I'm let's say Potato Head or Wilcox Weetabix, right? And I want to know, I'm gonna give you a call. I've got your number, Luani. All of the clubs have got each other's numbers because they play each other. Clubs have to communicate with each other, so everybody knows everybody. Football world is small. So I'm going to say to you, listen, what price range are we talking if you were ever going to let that player go? So why the fuck am I spending weeks and months speaking to a player when you're telling me, you know what? Ask how much I want. 80
All
fucking
right.
5 billion. Come
All
on, man.
right. Let me, okay. When you're negotiating, you're trying to buy a player. So there's three parties involved. There's the players party, there is the club, and there is us, right? A lot. So when you put those three parties together, there's a lot of things that can happen in that dynamic. We don't know. We just don't know. It could be that the transfer fee was not an issue, but the wage was an issue. It could be that the wage was not an issue, but the transfer fee was an issue. Only one party is allowed to determine the transfer fee. That's the club, the outgoing club, and only one party is allowed to determine the wage. It's the player. So suppose we approach Fernandez and we sell him the project. At that point, Mr. Fernandez have a lot of proposition from different clubs that are sitting on the table. He discussed with his agent, and they all have their parameter to which they will deem an offer acceptable. This parameter might be different from what the club want for him in order to leave. He cannot force his club to take less money because he want to go to a certain club. It's something he's going to have to negotiate with West Ham as well. So if we go in, we say, hey, Mr. Fernandez, we're offering you 150 grand a week. And then we call the club, and the club say that, hey, we're setting his transfer fee at 80 million. I don't know how much. I think he went for 85 or something. We can, it could be the case that, hey, the club say 85 million, we're willing to pay the 85 million, but at 100 and if Fernandez say he want 300 grand a week or 250 grand a week, we just say, no, this blow our wage structure out of the water. We're not going that route anymore. At that point, the deal is dead. And it's not the fault of the selling club. We already agreed that we're going to pay the 85 million transfer fee, but Fernandez want 300K a week.
Okay.
We can give him that.
Okay.
So that's also an aspect of it.
Okay, Luane. So why were the club's minions in the journalists, why were they saying personal terms are not an issue with Fernandez?
Okay. I didn't hear that part. I'm just saying the realm of the possibilities.
That's what they were reporting. They said the player wants to come to Manchester United. That's what they were reporting.
You know what I think happened there? I think the briefing was a lie, because we know that we're not putting. How much is Fernandez on right now? I think he's on what, 300K by Tottenham? How much is he on currently? How much did they sign him for?
How much is he getting paid, you mean?
Yeah, how much is he getting paid?
I think if they qualify for the Champions, they get a massive bonus. I think he's nearly on 200 grand. I think a week.
200 grand. Maybe we just don't want to pay 200 grand.
Well, then why were there minions in the media, the club's journalists? Why were they briefing that personal terms won't be an issue? Because that's
it's always a strategy to calm the fan down.
Nah, it's bullshit. Well, I don't believe any of that bullshit, bro. Don't need to calm me fucking down. Nothing. You need to sign 6 players. Sign the fucking 6 players. Stop making excuses.
The fan base. Remember,
I'm not asked. By the way, you're talking about somebody who was like, no, Tonali's not worth 100 million. Neither is Fernandez, not worth 85 fucking million. I actually was with a fucking club in that. So you're talking to somebody. I'm not asked about what a significant signing is or whatever the bullshit marquee signing bullshit. And by the way, that the club also briefed that about marquee signing. It was the words of the club that the journalists, the minions who work with the club, have kept briefing that Manchester United are signing marquee signings. Yeah, and last season, that's what do you want them to do? When they sacked Amorim, it wasn't because of the fucking results. It's because he was asking for a midfielder. And they were like, no, we're going to go for some top midfielders. This is what they briefed in January after they sacked Amorim.
What do you want them to do? How did you call us? You call us a commercial club.
Just be honest.
You said we are a commercial club. So
yes, well, fucking be honest.
The PR is an important part of it. So if the PR is to keep the fan base calm, to keep everybody emotionally invested in it, getting ready to sell jersey, getting the fans excited for the new season.
I said this.
That's what they're going to do.
What are we talking about, this delusion? I never talked about Tonali, Kobe. I never talked about Tonali. I said Tonali was never worth that amount of money. And I explained on here, month after month, that Tonali, his agent, is some weirdo. Because from nowhere, Tonali, from nowhere, never been linked with any other football club when he was at Newcastle. In January, linked to Arsenal. And I was like, what's going on here? And then I'm thinking, well, it's coming from his agent, because all these journalists, it's a briefing from his agent to these journalists that he wants him out of Newcastle. So that's the reason why. So I was never on board for him coming to Manchester United. So I don't know what you're talking about stop the delusion. You need to look in the mirror, mate. I was talking about Elliot Anderson, and I was talking about Mateus Fernandes. I don't know what you're talking about. Sorry, Ronnie, go ahead.
Yeah, I think this is what happened. I think, from my perspective, this is what happened when it comes to the Fernandes thing. Personal terms are the easiest thing for a club to agree on with a player. But I think the valuation that West Ham put on him at 85 million is what our club say, hell no. We're not paying that amount
they didn't.
of money.
The club briefed. I'm sorry, Luwani. The club briefed and said, we agreed 80 million plus 5 million add-ons. They said that. They said that after the.
Okay, so if the club say that they agree on 85 million, and from what you said, and from what you say, you also said that they say that they agree on personal term. Why is he not here then? Surely, because
this is what they're saying at the end. They try to face
because it doesn't make any sense. Listen, United is a bigger club
because they don't make fucking sense. They're incompetent as fuck.
No, it doesn't make any sense, no, Rodin.
Well, how do you want me to make sense? When
if they come to a personal agreement with the player and they agree to pay the evaluation to the club at 85 million, Manchester United being a bigger club than Tottenham.
The point what they said is this. The point what they said, Luana, is this. They said West Ham wanted 85 complete package of, in terms of sent through. They wanted it, all of the money straight away. That's what they were briefing.
So do we know? Oh, so that's what they're telling us. That's the reason why they're saying Fernandes is not here. This doesn't make any sense. Because why I just think those briefings, we cannot take those briefings seriously. If you know that you are supporting a PR club and they're having on a PR, you cannot take all those. You have to take those briefings.
The difference between me and you, Luan, is that I'm gonna call it out. I am not gonna stay silent. I'm gonna call out their bullshit, and that's what makes me believe how incompetent they are. That's my 2 pence. That's my point of view.
But you calling it out, right? Every time, and they play the same game every time.
Well, that's my
job.
Not saying, don't you get
tired of calling it out, but
no, I will never get tired of calling it out. I will always call it out. Like I called out his fucking article today, or his fucking statement today. Him talking about that the fan base have got that the fans. Wilcox said for your unwavering support. Yeah, Tuchel is a fucking fraud. He is a fraud. This game meant nothing. What are we talking about here, bro? This game meant nothing. You see how France team don't want to be there? You see that the way they were playing in the first half? They were walking around. They want to get home. They want to get on a flight.
France is like, I'm just here so I don't get fined. This is what they did. But Nuruddin, to be honest with you, okay, you will come to a moment where you have to conserve your energy and not buy into the PR.
Nah, I don't.
Wait till the season
my job has always been to call out the BS propaganda from this fucking football club. And that's,
but now it's like they're playing you, though.
Also, no, they're not. Also, to point out their incompetence. Their fucking incompetence is unbelievable. That's why in the last 2 deals, they went for Tillemans, because it's a fucking buyout clause. They don't even have to speak to fucking Aston Villa. They just put the 35 million on the table. See you later.
All right. When you're talking about incompetence, are you separating the Glazers from Ineos?
No, all of them together. All of them together.
You can
They,
put all of them together.
all of them have been incompetent. What do you call not sacking fucking Ten Hag, giving him another fucking new contract, then sacking him, then hiring a guy who plays completely different football that Manchester United have ever played, getting him in, then watching him take us to 15 on bullshit Europa League fucking bullshit final football. Then you keep him, and you don't sack him because of results. You sack him because he wanted a midfielder, and he said he was a manager. He reneged on he's the first team coach, and he was like, no, I'm the Manchester United manager, and I need a midfield signing. Then yes, you sack him. So what are we doing here? Then we got Dan Ashworth. What the fuck do you call that? You go and get Dan Ashworth. He's on gardening leave. You know the fucking story, Luwani. Why are you making me repeat it? All these things show a level of consistent incompetency. And they try to cover it with PR, and somebody on YouTube who supports United has got to tell the fucking truth. And that's what my job is, unfortunately.
Fair play, Nuruddin. That's the way you view it, right? I'm looking at it as it's a board that took over. Obviously, it's a mess before they came in. They pay 25% to be able to be in charge of the football operation. Sir Jim Ratcliffe has never, Sir Jim Ratcliffe have never been in charge of a club this magnitude. So he brought in his own team. It'll take a little time to settle. You can look at it from the perspective of, you can decorticate everything they've done and pick the negative or how they stutter, they stumble. You can pick it out of it. Or you can choose to look at it from the perspective of, you don't care how they start, is where they are currently. So where we are currently, whether you want to say is by virtue of Carrick and his players, we are still in Champions League football 2 years after they took over. That's the how you call it, that's the breakdown. We can go into the detail and see how they got here, but they got here somehow. So the real question now, so I cannot judge them on their competency like that, right? Based on where we are right now. But what I can say is that, okay, since appointing the board, running football operation, doing all of that, changing the whole structure, that will trickle all the way down to building the team. Since it's not an exact science, okay, they thought keeping Ten Hag was a good idea. Found out it was not a good idea. Okay, they make the adjustment. The adjustment was worse than the thing they tried to fix, and then they make adjustment to the adjustment. And now turns out third time is the charm. Carrick is in the Champions League. Now, before we judge their incompetence, we need to see if they can maintain this. Now, if come next year, we fall back below 10th position, now we can start scratching our head, because I'll be the first to tell you that I was not happy about the appointment of Carrick, because I thought I wanted a manager that have a better body of work. I thought the appointment was too hasty. I thought it was a bit too vibe-based. It was based on the momentum that Carrick had. It was not done with a foresight. But I have to support the project. I have to hope that Carrick learn quickly on the job. And if things turn out to be something we can consistently achieve top four consistently, you have to admit that it's kind of a master stroke from them by appointing Carrick. So it's that's what I'm saying. It's a bit too early to say that they are incompetent. They fixed their mistake. And now we are in the Champions League. If we were like Tottenham, we avoid relegation this season, I'll be like, okay, now this ship is going downward, and these guys don't know how to put it back together. But it's clearly not the case. We made a big leap into Champions League position, and now they have to build a separate team. They're faced with a separate set of challenge. 3 games a week at the highest level. Premier League, the highest level. Champions League, the highest level. Not to talk about the cup, the different cups. It will be interesting to see. This is what we brought them in for, to build a team that can compete in several competitions at the higher level. Let's see what they're capable of.
Yeah, I think what everything you said is reasonable. But I have zero hope. I have zero belief and hope. The only thing that they will try to do is try to make Manchester United finish. But in terms of ambition and all this bullshit, nothing is happening. Call me negative all the fuck you want. No, what I have exposed, the bullshit that I talk about, what the club is doing, them being right. I'm sorry, I'm way ahead. I am way ahead.
Let's
If it was
talk
a
about
game between
ambition.
me and them, there's
Let's
no
talk
fucking
about
ambition.
ambition. Right? Let's talk about ambition. You said they don't have any ambition.
No, they're
Right?
not asked. They just
When
asked about. Luwani, can I just say something to me now? They're not asked about competing for a league title. They're not asked. They're only asked about qualifying monetary. Every time Jim the Racist Rat speaks, by the way, there's no sir, so please don't repeat that bullshit sir thing on this channel. I beg you. He's a racist rat. Jim the Racist Rat Glazer. That's what he is. He said, I want Manchester United to be profitable. That's the only thing he's interested in. You never see him say, I want Manchester United to be in the Champions League final. I want Manchester to win. That's all he talks about. That's all he talks about. And they're gonna get that. They're gonna get that.
Fair play. Fair play. That come out of Jim Ratcliffe's mouth. He want Manchester United to be profitable. But what we know is when you run a football club, the profitability is tied to the success on the pitch. And he's a businessman. He knows that.
One
So
second,
do you
Jamie
think
Wayne,
that-
what's happened? Jamie, what's happening? Are you okay? Nora, I'm leaving this channel. Relieve me of my mod duties. Why? What's happened? What's happening in the
going on?
chat, people? People need to keep it respectable. Jamie just need to calm down, fella.
What's going on, Jimmy Wayne?
What's going on, Jamie Wayne?
Guys
Just
need to
calm
relax
down,
a
bro.
little bit.
It's not that deep, bro. It's not that deep, man. It's not that deep. It's not that deep. People have their opinions about the football club, and everybody sees things differently, bro. They told us that we're gonna win and compete for the league in the next few years. That's huge word sort to fall on with the fan base. Well, we'll see anyway. We'll see anyway.
Yeah, what's Jimmy Wayne
I don't know what happened. I don't know. I can't keep up with the chat. Jamie Wayne, listen, you need to just chill out, man. Maybe you need to take a break for tonight. Come back for the next show, but take it easy, my friend. Take it easy. Don't let these people do your head in, bro.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about the ambition. When you talk about the ambition and you say that he's only interested by profit, by the profit, the way to profitability come from success on the pitch. He know he's running a football club and he's an entity that will get more value, it will make more money when we are succeeding on the pitch. So I don't
Jamie
think
Wayne, you just thoughtful with your assessment of the football club and what's going on. I don't think you abused anybody. Just need to chill out. Maybe you just need to take a chill for tonight, bro. Come back next show. And whoever was pissing him off, you need to just chill out, man. You need to chill out, people. Everybody's welcome here. Welcome free speech on here. As long as you're not making this shit personal. Do not make this shit personal.
Yeah, Jimmy Wayne, don't. It doesn't have to take what anybody typing seriously because look, Jimmy Wayne, you are valued here. Okay, don't relax. And you guys also are abusing people. Come on, there's a lot of things happening in life, So stop spreading negativity. Be a little positive. This is a channel that gives all of us a voice to express ourselves. So let's keep it respectful, huh? Okay. Yeah. So yeah, I'm less inclined, Nuruddin, to say that he is only interested in profit. If the club make more money, he makes more money. If the club succeed on the pitch, the club makes more money. So he had to be invested in the fact that the club succeed on the pitch. I'm pretty sure that's an incentive enough, to make sure that we are competing. We cannot be speaking of these businessmen as if they stupid. They're not stupid. Yes, sometimes they can try some things and it look like they don't know what they're doing, or it look like they are not invested emotionally as we are. But the second thing that is more important, if you ask me, do I rather want somebody to be invested emotionally or monetarily in a business? I'll pick monetarily, because if he loses money, he's gonna lose his shit too. He's not gonna sleep well at night. So yeah, for us, we'll cry, be like, yeah, Manchester United lost the game, or we got relegated, or God forbid, or we finish lower than we expected. We go drink our ass off, and then we wait for next season. For him, you look at his bank account, and or he look at the evaluation of his club, the club plummet, and that his money that just evaporated. So his value overall as a millionaire will go down, and it's a question now. It start affecting his pride, because third boy might give him a call and say, "Hey, how are you doing on the other side? My club is making this money, this amount of money. My club is winning this, but yours is just in the mud." It's something that they do to each other. This millionaire, it's also a source of pride. If we're doing well, something he can flex around with his friends on their yacht and everything. So I don't believe all of that they are millionaire, they are out of touch, they only interested in pocketing the money. They their money invested force them somehow to be emotionally invested. Somehow. I might be waffling. Look, I might be waffling. Who knows? You're muted.
What do you think about the Vini? Last time I laughed. The Vini Junior link, Luani.
again, PR. Again, PR. We're going to sit down here and laugh at these owners and say, look, they don't know what they're doing. Yeah,
no. To be fair, no, it's not that.
The joke is on us.
It's not. I actually think it's not the minions that are linking this to it. They're journalists. It's just a journalist in Spain who's linking us to Vinicius Junior. But there's a long line of history. Ronaldo getting a new contract because he wanted to come to Manchester United. Rafael Varane, before he came to United eventually, getting a new contract. The other centre half, what was his name? Oh, the Spanish guy. He used to get the red cards all the time. Real Madrid centre half. Ramos got a new contract. Tchouaméni got a new contract. So his agent has realised, right? Tchouaméni got 400 a week, right? Got a new contract for Real Madrid. Why don't you say I'm going to leave Vini? And I'm going to Manchester United.
Even if Vini is available, realistically, I don't want him, because there's just too much drama going on here. Hey, I love him. I love the fact that he's carrying high the flag of no racism. He become like a poster boy for fighting against racism. But we don't need the drama on this side. And I'm not sure how this is gonna fly with the top Reds, because we have our own issue here, right? So
yeah, I mean it's hilarious. It's absolutely hilarious. I just don't get it. Do you enjoy being tortured? This fan base, honestly, some of them are getting so giddy. And they say we should sign. I'm like, no. Manchester, we need a left back. We need a centre back. Did you watch the game today? Did you see a bit of the game today?
Which one? Our game? No.
Yeah.
No. But I heard a lot of things about my boy Santos. He's tidy and all of that.
Yeah,
That's fine.
yeah, he looked well.
Yeah,
He looked well.
I heard that.
Big up,
So
big up to Tomu says, real talk. I would love to know how many of our fans would actually want Vini. It could be another Di Maria, and this board ain't dropping the money on him. No chance. Yeah, and I don't want that anyway. We need to strengthen the money that it would cost to get Vini. We could use that money to get a third midfielder, a centre back, and sign a left back. I think we need two centre back, me personally. I watched some of the game, and I can tell you this, Luani. We didn't test the goalkeeper in the first 45 minutes. You got Mbemo, Mount, Santos, Dogu, Zirkzee, all of them on the pitch. They didn't test. They didn't test the. We didn't test the position. We didn't have one shot. Actually, the young players who play with each other in the youth team look better in the second half because he changed them in at 45 minutes. Wrexham are 2 weeks or 2.5 weeks ahead. They've already had a game in pre-season. Because in the UK, the championship starts before the Premier League, starts. So they're a bit
I
ahead.
thought Wrexham didn't get promoted.
No, they didn't get promoted. No,
Okay.
They lost in the playoffs. And but this season they're going to try to come up automatically. They look tidy. They look super aggressive. They put us on the back foot. But I thought the kids that we played in the second half gave them a game. Yeah, I'm going to ask that in a poll. Let me just get to a poll. Who wants Vinicius Junior? Who thinks Manchester United should sign Vinicius Junior? By the way, people, we need 100 more likes. We need 100 more likes. There's 350 of you in here. We need 100 more likes, so that's the least we could do. Please like the video. 100 more likes. Let's do it quickly. Keyword, most play. I hope you know football is a job. Some of these fellas, they just want to enjoy good football and have fun and create generation. When United ain't winning, yeah, 100%. Who wants to come to Manchester United, man? I'm worried about Mbemo, guys. Is it me or does he still look not fit? Like he's lost pace. Remember when Lukaku swapped his boots for Timberland? Yeah, there's that feeling, but you can't be too hard. He's not kicked the ball. He's not kicked the ball for 2 months now. Majority of them have not kicked the ball for 2 months. It's the first preseason game. I'm not reading too much into it. They've kept some, but football fitness is completely different. The coordination stuff, the paces stuff, it's not the same. So if Mbeumo's still playing like the way he played today on the last preseason game, then I'll be worried. Then I can get worried, but not the first. Go ahead, Ronnie.
No, I just my little worry come from the fact that Carrick has to make certain adjustments, certain real adjustments for in the preseason before the season start because of that kind of monkey permanently appointed managers have on their back. It's all good to take over during the season and ride the ship and ride a momentum to a certain spot in the table. But now team have more data on you. They have an idea. They have more data on your players as well. They have an idea how the ball is progressed. And given the pace at which we sign in players, not fast enough, we brought in two. I don't think those players that we brought in will change that much of a dynamic of how we play. So if Carrick is going into this season and planning to go to do the same thing he did, that brought him to that Champions League spot, I think he'll be in for a little surprise. He need to put in some work. He need to make some adjustments, some gimmick like playing Bomo and asking him to do winger things. That's not going to run. Bomo is not a winger. He cannot take people on the outside, and I'm not even sure if he have a good cross on him. Last year he used it mainly as an inside striker, and he did work. But now teams are going to figure that out because now I believe we'll face more low block than we did last season. At that point, I don't know how much the inside striker thing is going to work because there will not be any space behind. You're going to have to get to a point where the pitch is going to have to open up and your wingers have to get chalk on their boots in order to take on somebody or use their overlap to do other things that they were not doing um, last season. So that's what I'm worried about. The Mbomo thing. And then the second one is Doku as a winger. Doku as a winger work. A Dogu as a winger worked because there was so much space residue from Amorim's system that we were able to exploit. So he didn't have to do, Carrick didn't have to do that much change there. He just kept Doku up front. But then what happened during the low block? I don't think Doku is equipped as a winger. He scored a banger and everybody say, hey, you know what?
Yeah.
This guy is athletic. But remember, wingers are not meant to go up and down the pitch. That's not their job. That's the job of left backs and right backs. Wingers are more asked to do to drop in the channel and link the play, just as 8 or just as 10 sometimes. So I'm not too sure if Dogu has that part of his game on Smash. Yes, people will be like, yeah, so look at the goal he scored against Arsenal. He come on the inside and pick up the ball. That goal has so much element of luck on it. But before that, I see Dogu in an Amorim system, cut in, come back inside and take a shot here and there. But he doesn't have that, that wing play slash channel midfield like a Rogers, for example, or even like a Mason Mount. So I'm not sure how this is going to benefit us. If he has space in behind, he can run and eat up the space and seem like he's creating danger. But if there's no space in behind, we yet to see what his inside game is like. So that's I'm not convinced. I would like to see more game in the preseason and see how Carrick deploy those two especially, regardless of who we bring in. Because those two, let's face it, they are starters. So I'd like to see how Carrick deploys them. Apart from that, I'm not sure how we're going to work this out.
Yeah. Can we talk about Luke Shaw? Yeah, Jamie Wayne saying, can we talk about a left back? We need a left back, 100%. We need a left back, 100%. Everybody knows
left
that.
back.
Everybody
left
and
back,
their
we need
nan
center
knows.
back.
Yeah.
We need centre
we need
back.
players. We need players. And I think these Muppets are wasting time, if you ask me.
I think that
Because
if you're Carrick,
Manchester United should have at least had 4 signings to get into this preseason. Should at least have 4 new players in this season.
I think if you Carrick, right, as a manager, I think he need to have his own plan, independent from what the boards give him to work with. Because if you're going to rely on the board and the signing to come in, he doesn't want to end up being disappointed because of what they give him. So he already needs his own plan, just in case he doesn't get the signing, he can work something out. Like, for example, the left back thing is serious. We need left back. And the center back are serious. If I was Carrick, this whole preseason, I would start with Lenny Euro and Eden Heaven as a pair. And regardless of what happened, I will put my stock in them by the beginning of the season, because his system hinge on the fact that he'll bring all our lineup. And if you bring our lineup, you want to commit your fullbacks forward, you need your center back to be physical and to have a bit pace about them. But the kids are not experienced enough. Both of them, they don't have enough high intensity, high level game under their belt. So they very likely to make a lot of mistake, experience-based mistake. And Casemiro is not there to babysit or to marshal them anymore. So I will try to mitigate that risk by already starting them and trying to make them have them build a big chemistry. Yes, it might be a little upsetting for the veterans. Like if Lisandro come back if Delete is fit or if Maguire is available. But if I was Carrick, I won't give a damn about the veteran at this point, because if things go sideways, I'm the one who's going to lose my job. But what I've learned from United as fan base is, if you give us the youngster, we're more likely to give you a little bit more time.
Yeah, it's listen. I'm worried for next season. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I know the transfer window's
Don't
not
be
over,
worried, man.
but I'm worried for next season. I'm really worried.
Don't be worried. Let the season start, and then after a few
I'm
games, we can come back and chat.
I'm worried. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think it's gonna be tough. I think Chelsea, the money they're spending, they'll have one game a week. Villa will be there or thereabouts. Mozambi's good player if he can stay fit. Kid they bought from Freiburg, the Swiss international. Liverpool, they can't be as worse as they were last season. 100%. City, they can buy anybody. Anything, any minute, any time.
In the past 10 years, when have you never not be worried about the season? In the past 10 years, under which manager and why?
Van Gaal, when we were in the preseason when we smacked Liverpool 4-0 or whatever it was. I don't know what was it. Was it Van Gaal? Real Madrid and stuff like that. I actually thought we'd get them playing, but then they didn't sign players for him. I'm worried, especially in this one, because of the expectations. The expectations being set already. I'm worried about how. You know what I'm worried about? I'm worried about going to Old Trafford next season watching shit football. That's what I am worried about, Luani. When I go to games, I hate going there and seeing Manchester United get bobbed off the fucking pitch at home.
One thing I can tell you, Nuruddin, based on the profile that we're signing, cumulative win, I'm not sure. But good football, yeah, you will get that one.
I hope and
can
pray.
Promise you will.
I hope and pray that that's good. I'll be coming back here, letting the whole world know. You know me.
Yeah, because you don't want to change your mind, because you said here on record that you don't care about the results, or you don't care about the result. Is how you get the result. You want
it's how we win, it's how we lose, how we draw.
You will see that.
Yeah, and that's the big thing for me. Yeah, that's the big thing. People, we need another 50 likes to 100 likes, so please smash the like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. So
because when you think about Carrick, right, what he says, the way he's speaking, and then the link that you draw to him when you're going back in the past, the closest I'll be is Ole. I can say both of them are the one that played for the club before, and if anybody will understand the ethos and what Manchester United is about, it has to be those two, right? The reason why it didn't work for Ole is he was not brave enough, and when he decided he was gonna play front foot football, they stuck him with Ronaldo, and the whole thing imploded. I think that was the issue. Now, if Carrick look back at that, the lesson he could take from that is that he has to do his own thing. He cannot. He can coach. He can bring in his tactic, but the ethos and the attacking football, the entertainment, he cannot compromise that. And I'm pretty sure he understands that. And I'm pretty sure next year that will keep carrying the momentum forward. I don't care about the Glazers. I don't care about Ineos as much. I know that they're just there to stay. They will do their thing. They will get their money. They own the club, whatever, I guess that's the price to pay.
For me, the biggest thing is about the in-game management and the style of football is the most important thing to me. That's what I'll be looking for next season.
Yeah, but sometimes we tend to overrate those aspects of the game, because one thing is that a manager cannot hide, though. when your team is getting dominated and you make change to affect the game, if it does affect the game in a positive manner and you're able to overturn the momentum, it shows. It's not something you can hide. And the same way, if you affect the change in a negative manner and you get blown out, if like in a stalemate, for example, if you make some change to win the game and the reverse happen, you
Yeah, I
can't
don't
hide
mind
that
that.
neither.
No, but I don't mind
Yeah.
that. But I will get behind that. I will support that. If I think a coach is the Manchester United DNA, is to try to win a game and risk it. And if you lose, you lose. Regardless, you're going to lose games anyway. That's how I think. I think about the way Manchester United have been throughout its history.
But
Is
you
to go
remember
forward.
that you said that though, because we can be at the end of a blowout here. We come on stream and all
No,
we'll
no,
be
I'm
saying is
not.
how shit Carrick is.
I've been on record. I've been on record. I'm sorry, Luani. I clapped Jose when we lost, I think 3-0 to Spurs because he didn't park the bus. He played, United tried to score. Just Lukaku missed sitters. And they beat us 3-0. And I clapped him and the team. I came out and I had a good feeling because I actually saw the team construct the things, opened up Spurs. They just couldn't finish. How we lose and how we draw and how we win is important to me. You know this song about I've seen, it's about me. I've seen everything United win, having to live in the city. It's 10 minutes. I cycled to the stadium, 10 minutes. Mulani.
I wish that a lot of fans share your ideal of how you want us to play. The reality is that we want
Manchester
our
United
cake
have
and we want to
never.
eat it at the same time. So
But no,
the
no, no.
whole thing.
I tried to explain to you. Sorry, you misunderstood what I said. In the history of Manchester United, there has never been when they played crap, boring, dull football and won big trophies or competed. There's never been. I know the history. Trust me, I've studied it. Go ahead and study it. Go ahead and look at the way. Were we built on strong defense? Yes. But did we have attacking, dynamic play? Yes. The first guy who won the league with Manchester United did that. All the other coaches prior to that, before Busby got the job, they did that. They attacked football. All the other coaches were Busby before Fergie got the job. They all did that. Always wingers attacking football. Never dull. Working class industrial towns, never dull. You can't play dull. Liverpool, there's only another football club in this country you're not allowed to play shit football. That's Liverpool. And go figure.
You know what just jumped in my mind when you were saying working class industrial town. You want Manchester United to embody that. But
the club has always embodied that. What I'm trying to say to you is that the beginnings of Manchester United, the history of Manchester United, it was called the Newton Eton Railway Club. Then later on it became Manchester United. Always been about, if you look at what Busby said, some of the famous sayings Busby said, even the first time when we won the league, always said, entertain the people who work so hard, week to week. They work so hard. You have to show them something to entertain them by. You have to show them. And the thing that you could do at home is go to toe and attack and risk football. Fergie didn't bring risk football to United. It was already there. He just built on it. So Manchester United, there's a responsibility, Luane, I'll remind you again. We can't play shit football. And the true Manchester United fans who know the history know we can never hire a Jose Mourinho ever again. Somebody's going to park the bus at home and tell Scott McTominay to pass the ball back. That's never going to work. Manchester United do not win. We've never won.
Very strange to hear you say that. It's very, very strange to hear that. So that might mean that football is stuck, or Manchester United is stuck in an identity crisis somewhere in time. Because
we're not.
Yeah, football today is a big money affair. And when you have players that are on 300K a week, it's hard to ask them to identify to
Well, no, 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 no,
working
no, no.
class.
No. I think you misunderstood. I don't think I explained myself enough. The point what I said is this: the history has always been give the working people something that get excited by. And if you know the history of Old Trafford, and I include Liverpool in this, in Anfield, they're always, the crowd have to be engaged in terms of the tough tackling, in terms of the wing play, in terms of going from back to forth quickly, in terms of engaging the fan base. The stadiums come alive because of those things. I would be very much. They had Roy Hodgson who came, played pragmatic football. They got him out of there so fast. They got him out of there so fast. We had Jose. He's telling Scott McTominay to pass the fucking ball back. Now, regardless how much the player costs, regardless whether we spend this and that, it's a responsibility to entertain. That's what I'm telling you about Manchester United DNA. I'm not saying players have to cost what the players cost. Players now are vacuous. Back in the day, what I was talking about, Luan, is that majority, there are some of my neighbors remember them going on the bus with some of the players in game day, on match day. They would get on the bus. So this is the history, what I'm talking about. Players used to be connected. Players now are prima donnas who are caged in this world about money and brands. But it's still Manchester United as a football club is being as a responsibility to have attacking front foot football. That is the DNA of Manchester United. But
So you're talking about the element of risk, taking risk, if I'm correct, right?
100%. Busby, yeah, Busby would say. Busby would say we'd rather lose than be scared to win. Like, you know, scared of. We'd rather lose than to be scared of losing. We need to go and attack. Fergie's mantra was, we would throw the kitchen sink. That's why everybody fell in love with Manchester United. The late goals. We would throw the baby with the bathwater in the last 15 minutes. Fergie's on TV talking about it. He would say, just the two defenders there, everybody else in the box. And he explains the psychology.
You see, when you say the element of risk is what the DNA of Manchester United is. That's why I'm saying Manchester United might be talking in the past in that sense, because Manchester United is such a juggernaut today, and football is such in a place today where big money made the game risk adverse. So people are more afraid of why they might lose. Managers, he start at the very, very top and he took it to the very bottom. Managers are afraid to obtain to be sacked, and they restricting the players. The players are afraid to lose their starting spot on the pitch. So that wing play you're talking about, that element of taking somebody on, they will take that out of their game, because if they don't follow the instruction, they will find themselves on the bench, they will find themselves traded, sold, anything can happen. So I think this whole thing is what's killing our United DNA. And we might end up not be able to replicate what we used to be in the past, because football is just moving away from that. Football is a money affair now, and everybody is risk adverse.
But I'm telling you, football was money, but Fergie still attacked. Even 10 years ago, 14 years ago. It's not changed. We had Ibrahimovic. We had the coming of Manchester City, and Fergie was still going for it. With players who were not at the same quality as Manchester City. So for me, the ball is still round. It's 11 against 11 until they change it. It's still about the type of football you want to play, how you attack, how you defend. It's still about those things. Yes, the money, the billionaire class own football now. I agree with you. The billionaires, back in the day, it was the millionaire, it was the local millionaires who had shares or who had percentages, ownership of clubs. Now it's the billionaire class, the Epstein class,
yeah,
the PDF file.
Once you throw money into a sport, that's supposed to be risk, entertainment, exciting. Now you're talking about a situation where accountability become the main issue now. And when the
No, not
result don't
really.
come,
Not
when
really.
the yeah, because that's what it's now. It's a matter of
Look at Liverpool.
spreadsheet
Look at Liverpool.
statistic.
Look. I'm sorry, Luani. This is where I disagree with you. Look at Jurgen Klopp at Liverpool. He put exciting football on the table every week, a week out. You were guaranteed goals. You were guaranteed action. And he got tired at the end. He left on his own terms. Liverpool didn't sack him. But every season, Liverpool fans were like, right, we're fighting for the league. We're playing, attacking, entertaining football. That's what Liverpool did.
But Klopp will be the first to tell you that what he put on the table was not sustainable. He know that. He know that in order to maintain that rhythm.
It's a sustainable. That for 7 years, he always does a 7-year cycle because it's too intense. It's too intense and relentless on the players. So he always had a 7-year cycle. But I think he should have stayed and used the money they were going to spend. I think he got frustrated with that they didn't back him. You know, they didn't sign anybody really the season before. And then Slot came, he won the league, and then they spent all of 500 million on him while not spending it on Jurgen Klopp. That's what he would be pissed off about. Yeah.
People, it's a debate that can be had. It's a debate because everybody's trying to reinvent themselves after their cycle, after they got figured out.
I don't think. To be fair, he changed style. I think he changed styles. I think for the first couple of years, what won him the Champions League, what won him that lockdown league title was front foot midfield who pressed the hell out of the two, Salah, Mane, and Bobby Firmino, and Henderson, Wijnaldum, and was it Fabinho, who were closing the ball down, and the Gegen press. And then he changed to Thiago, tried to play more football. Do you
understand why he changed to you don't know why he changed to Thiago, right? Because he's getting his ass low blocked. Once the low block, who you gonna press? Nobody's coming he decided he was gonna go for the he was gonna go for the people, the Thiago that can unlock. Yeah. But unfortunately, he took Gravenberg. He asked for somebody. They gave him Gravenberg, and he said, no, this guy will stay on the bench. But eventually, somebody else came, took Gravenberg, and won the league with it. The reality is that people always adapt. The Premier League is notorious in adapting because you have so many diverse managers, so many diverse styles. And I don't think that regardless of the analytic team that they brought in and the way they were working in concert with Klopp, automatically it came to the amount of money and the quality that they could bring. They have to bring in. They refused to invest with Klopp. He came out saying that he cannot compete with Pep with the amount of money Pep was spending. He left, and they wanted to cover that up, so they went and invest heavy with Arne Slot. But he had to win the league before earning that investment. Unfortunately, everything imploded.
Yeah, I think also because Liverpool fans were moaning that they didn't spend a lot of money, but they're also owned by Americans who were deluded. But people believe Baltimore
give Americans a break a little bit. They're not all such bad owners, right?
They are. They don't give a shit about football, bro.
What I wanted to ask you as a question is that, do you think Fergie would have accepted the analytic team? The whole team, their way analytic,
Fergie adapted. I think 100%. I think Fergie would have.
Do you think he would have accepted that? Fergie is not the one that managed with analytic. He doesn't. No.
Fergie would have. I think because he would have still had a massive say in it. I think he would have been open. The thing about Fergie, what kept him relevant in the 25-something years at Manchester United is that he was always happy to hear new ideas and adapt to new ideas. Always. He was always. And that's what. And then he bought coaches with new ideas and he freshened up his number twos. That's what kept him relevant because he was always open. Do you think Steve McLaren at that time, nobody was taking a chance on Steve McLaren. He just came back from the US looking a lot of data analysis and stuff like that. Steve McLaren as a coach. Look up that story. Came with fresh new ideas.
So my follow-up question to you is, why did he squeeze the team to the last juice before handing it over to?
Because of the Glazers having to pay down refinancement of Manchester United debt. That's why he came out with a bullshit about there's no value in the market. Well, the top 8 teams, top 8 European teams were buying all of the best midfielders.
For somebody who built a legacy, who built a monster of a team as United, I found it strange that he squeezed the whole thing, almost gutted it before handing it over to Moyes. I just found it strange. He could have at least ensured that.
I personally think there's a bit about ego as well. He didn't want to just give it to somebody like Jose. He wanted to be missed, and he wanted people to know, look how great he was. That's a fact. Do you know how I know? Rio Ferdinand. They asked Rio Ferdinand in an interview once when he left Manchester United. They said he was like, I didn't want Manchester United to win any leagues after I left because I didn't want them to diminish what we achieved. And that's a really honest.
That's a bit selfish, Joe. Don't you think that?
No, I don't think you understand how some of these footballers or coaches think about their legacy. I think you're too innocent, Luani. You're too innocent. They think about legacy. They think about what they mean. And I thought that was refreshingly honest. And the only thing I ever pick him up for is the level of honesty.
That is a bit selfish. So you don't want somebody who can take over to have the same success rate as you. You sabotage the ship before you leave.
No. After he left, what I'm trying to say to you, after he left Manchester United and he was asked, would you want Manchester United to be successful and winning big? It's like, no, because I want the fans and the people to miss me and to know how good I was.
Yeah, that's some. Ferdinand said that.
That's true. Yeah, Ferdinand said. And I believe, 100%, and I believe Fergie was tapping into something like that. That's the reason why he didn't choose Jose to take over Manchester United. He chose David Moyes. To be fair, he did try to get Pep. He did. He was with Pep. They were in the preseason before the preseason in the summer. They were both in New York watching the US Open. And he tried to talk to Fergie. He tried to talk to Pep. And Pep wasn't. And then United effed up Klopp. Klopp came and they showed him around. And the guy said to him, Woodward said, this is going to be like Hollywood. When he went to Liverpool, the people told him about the city, the history, what Liverpool means to the city. Yeah.
Well, we are where we are today. I guess due to the fact that the torch was not passed properly.
No.
Everybody have his share of blame because
I mean, listen, Fergie. No, nobody wants to have those uncomfortable. Fergie enabled the Glazers and enabled Glazonomics, which has been the main economical force, which has been running the football club. Anytime we're in Champions League, they don't spend too much money. When we're out of the Champions League, they spend a lot of money. So with this Ineos change and that, it means bullshit to me. You can dress it up as how you want to dress it up. But anyway, people, we can be here all day and night. The Vini Jr. rumors made me laugh out loud when I was on road. When I looked at a text message, I laughed my head off. So thank you at least for entertaining me, bringing a bit of funniness into my life. Big up, Luani.
Big up,
I might be live after the World Cup final tomorrow. Let me know if you're around.
Yeah,
I'll send you the link. Yeah, I'll send you the link. We'll talk about the match reaction to that and all of the breaking Manchester United news. I don't know.
Score prediction.
You know what? I'm not even going to predict anything. I just want the best team who plays the best football to win. I just want to be entertained. Please don't let it be a shit final, because 4 years ago, that to me was the best World Cup final I have ever seen in my life.
Yeah, that was.
I don't think we're ever going to see a final like that in a long, long time. 3-3. Unbelievable drama.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Mbappe. Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah. So for me, I just if we can get 5% or 10% of what that final was like, I'll be happy, man. I don't care who wins. It's written for Argentina to win anyway.
What do you think Spain can do to win the game tomorrow?
I think they can do a lot of things. I think they cannot fucking do what England did and bring on fucking defenders if they lead it and sit back and take the ball. I don't think they can do that. I think it'll be close. I think it'll be a tough game. I think Argentina will try to sweat blood and tears, leave everything on the football pitch. The big thing is that can Spain's ball keeping, can that save them? Can they counterattack Argentina? Would they give the ball to Argentina sometimes, other than tiki-taka? Can Argentina counterattack them with Alcaraz and Messi's vision and somebody bombing forward? Or would it be an even game? Would it be 50-50 game? That's going to be the fatigue. I think the midfield is going to be very interesting because if the Spanish dominate the midfield and if Argentina get outnumbered, there could be trouble. But I also don't bank against Messi. He can do some magical things.
Yeah, people talking about Messi and what Messi can do. You can stop Messi by not giving Argentina the ball, and I think the scales are tipped in front of in favor of Spain for that because of how well they are keeping the ball. If tomorrow turn out to be one of the least possession Argentina have, I think you won't see Messi at all. This Argentina team is way too old to press. They are now going to be able to press that ball out of Spain. The only thing that they will have going for them is when they have the ball, they know how to use it very well. But how much of the ball they will have tomorrow, that's what's gonna make the difference. How much?
Yeah.
I don't think they will have many.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting. It's going to be very, very interesting topic. Let me just give you what.
But I think Nico Williams needs to start tomorrow because
I don't think he's fully fit.
If I were the Spain coach, I'll play both of them, Nico and Lamine, just to give a different dimension. I know Argentina will be expecting possession, but you play those two, you have something going on for you.
Yeah. Big up. Do you think Rashford will come back and sit on the bench? 51% of you have said no. 49% of you have said yes. I don't know what's going on with the 49% of you think that, but everybody's free to think how they think. I would doubt it very much.
You need to reformulate the question. Do you think Rashford will come and sit on the bench? Do you think Rashford will come and humble himself?
No,
if he sit on the bench,
it's not about. It's not. It will come and sit on the bench, and I don't see that on 350 grand. I don't think that would happen. But anyway, Luani, big up to you. Make sure people check out Manuel Luani. Argentina have 0 behind 3. No, they have Alcaraz. Yeah, he's quick, bro. He's quick. Alcaraz is quick. That Atletico Madrid striker is quick, bro. He is quick. Don't underestimate him. They got Martinez to come off the bench to do bits as well. Yeah. For Spain to win, they have to score first for me, personally. They have to score first for me, for them to win. But I just want to see a good game, man. I just don't want it to be a dull fucking final. I don't want it to be some controversy, red card, penalty. I don't want any of that. I just want a good game.
Somebody will be taken to school. Somebody will be taken to school tomorrow. You know how it's funny when you watch. Sorry.
Luani, let me know actually if you can jump on straight away, because I'm going to be watching it with Saeed, so I can send you the link, and then you can just start the show, and then I'll be on the way. Let me know if you can do that.
I'll be able.
If you're busy, then no problem.
I should be able to.
Yeah. Big up, people. Make sure you check Luani out. United Trucker, Malouane Luani, 1979 on X. Big up to him, and love to every one of you.
Big up, guys.
Please smash a like on your way out. There's still 289 Big up Saeed for the raid. Big up One Like Rants for the raid. Love and light, people. We see it differently. Like I said, thank you for making me laugh with the Vini links today. I don't think Rashford's coming back. I think him and the club have come to an understanding. They're gonna pretend that he's gonna come back to get money for him, so they can get money when they get him out of the books. Or if he's gonna go alone to another club, then they're gonna have to pay the whole wage. That's what's gonna be negotiated. Wilcox is just chatting absolute shit. That Weetabix Wilcox is chatting shit. Unwavering fucking support. He's got no unwavering support from anybody. Yeah. And yeah, we've debated it. We'll be back tomorrow. We'll be live straight after the World Cup final ends. So big up and love, people. Take care. Take care. Big up to everybody who commented as well. Big up Jamie Wayne. Don't ever quit, lad. I need you. There are too many people who are bigging up Ineos, mate. There's not many of us left. We need to keep our boots on their neck, man, on Ineos and Glazers. But anyway, big up and love, people. We'll be live, like I said. Hopefully, Luwani will be
live. Call
me
boot shiner, not boot liquor. Boot shiner.
No, I'm not saying you're boot liquor. I'm just saying we need to keep the boots on Ineos and Glazers. We need to build that pressure. Oh. That's what I'm saying. But big up and love, people. And we'll be back after the World Cup final tomorrow. Let's hope and pray it's a good game. Whoever wins, it's a good game. Take care, people.
Yeah. Take care, bye.